Hi, I'm Angela Gray, and you are joining our live stream for Rick's Market Foundation third annual Cancer Support Silent Auction. Due to technical difficulties, we are re-recording the live stream portion of the event. So let's get it started.
Good afternoon. I am Chef Dennis. Please do not call in. This is a recorded show, but you can call in if you want.
Tonight, we are raising funds to help support cancer patients and survivors while celebrating Black Philanthropy Month and recognizing some of the Black philanthropists who have helped us along the way.
Most people give out of their abundance, but true philanthropists give sacrificially. And tonight, we're going to talk about what it means to be a philanthropist, a Black philanthropist, and how those two coincide.
Okay, so should we go with questions okay, again, you the guys out there that's listening, you don't need to send questions in again, but feel free, just send them in. Well, we have a question like, what is philanthropy?
So, what we're going to do is throughout tonight, we're going to talk about what that is. And by the end, I want to come back and ask and see if you know what it means.
Okay, I did not pay attention in school. Some of my friends did and did not. So, we know how to put our words together by clapping our hands like, don't do that. That's 3 syllables. So, we're not sure how that is going to survive in this. So, on with it goes.
All right. So the first things first, we want to start off with the history of our annual cancer support auction. So listen up and see if this helps at least give some background to what we're doing.
So welcome back and welcome to our third annual cancer support auction. That I did say that right, people. I'm sitting here with the co-founder of Rick's Roots in the Community Market, and we're just going to do a quick interview with her today. You can reach us by going to our homepage, and that is ricksmarket.org. So can you give us a little background on this event and let the listeners know a little something about you?
Well, my name is Angela Gray, and I am the founder and chairman of Rick's Market Foundation. Rick stands for Roots in the Community. We are working to open Charlotte's first full-service nonprofit grocery store. I like to say the easiest way to think of it is a major grocery store like a Publix or Harris Teeter in an area that does not have a major grocery store. We believe that you meet people where they are by offering what they are used to, but with the goal of moving them to healthier by subsidizing the cost of healthy foods. We believe that in order to address food insecurity, you have to address access, but also affordability and education.
Right now, I want to focus on this third annual cancer support auction. Can you tell me a little about that?
Sure. So this is the third year that we've done this. The backstory is actually my mom, who was our first treasurer, passed away in 2017 from breast and lung cancer. And so my daughter, during the pandemic, thought it would be nice to make some hats and to take them to cancer patients in honor of her grandma. And so, but when we tried to find places to take them, due to the pandemic, nobody was accepting anything. So we thought, well, what if we auctioned off the hats and she partnered with Rick's Market, and we took the proceeds to help people that either were going through cancer treatment or were cancer survivors, to help them to be able to purchase fresh, healthy food. And so we did that the first year. Last year, we did 5. We were able to give out 5 assistance to 5 people the first year. The second year, which was last year, we were able to up that number to 11. And so we expanded from just hats to We did some crochet stuffed animals, and virtual cooking classes, and some different items to raise the funds. All right, so that is the history of the auction. And as we mentioned, one of the things that we did this year is, if you follow us on social media, you saw we started to post things about healthy soul food. And so soul food plays an important part, one, in cancer. In our cancer efforts to raise money, because we want to help those patients and survivors to be able to afford healthy food. But also, too, it is an important part in Black philanthropy. And so you'll hear later on a lot of our interviewees talk about how food plays such an important role in their giving. So with that, I want to share kind of our thoughts on healthy soul food. Healthy soul food will tie in, because Black philanthropy so much. Historically, when Black people didn't always have money, a lot of times they had food. And so we wanted to highlight the importance of food in the Black community, but also talk about what we can do to highlight the health benefits. Because when you're talking about cancer, and that's one of the things your dollars is going to support, those fighting cancer. Food is so important. It has so many nutrients and so many health benefits if you have access to the right food. Unfortunately, a lot of times the food that is the most beneficial can also be more costly. And so we want to do what we can to help those to be able to purchase the foods that will help them in this fight.
Outstanding again. So, I know that I would say White Castles is sort of a healthy food there. I mean, I'm getting looks from my producers. Let me let you know where I'm going with this ad. Like, so the hamburgers are steamed. That there at the end, right off the bat. The buns are steamed. The unhealthy portion comes when they add the cheese and the bacon, But for all the purposes, them some steamed burgers. Okay, folks. Now we're gonna go on to our next question, because we're getting bombarded with questions here. This next question: what are the types of food you're having? Okay, so yeah, what are you serving? I know you told us something about some healthier options, soul food. Can you give us some more in there, please?
Well, so we've been looking at several different things. It really kind of depends on what the final numbers look like, and kind of what's in season. But some of the items that we've highlighted, and we encourage you to go look on our page and our social media. One is the chicken and waffle, and so
Is it a whole chicken and waffle? I mean, do I get a chicken leg and a waffle? Because I could really make that a sandwich.
So we're doing appetizers. so
So I got my answer, folks. You got your answer.
And that's actually an excellent point, because one of the things kind of similar to your White Castle's health tip is that some things we know, soul food really has its origins in kind of the scraps that the slaves had to use. And so it wasn't the best pieces of meat. It wasn't, nobody back then was, the slave owner was not trying to make sure the slave was healthy. Although looking back, they should have been, because they would have got better workers, but that's a different story. So, but
folks, this might ruffle some feathers, but I don't know where she went with that. But I got to side with her, because she's our guest here today. And I did see some people inside the house that had clothes on, and they wore shoes inside the house. So I'm gonna let that go.
So I didn't say it was right. I just said it would have been a better business decision. So, but so we know that a lot of unhealthy foods were introduced into the Africans' diet that was not what they were used to eating, but they prepared it with love. And so one of the things, like fried chicken and waffles, probably not the healthiest, but what we did was paired it with the peach sauce. And so peaches have a lot of good health benefits. Also, we with it being a smaller portion size, a lot of times you don't have to take everything that is unhealthy out of your diet, but sometimes just limiting the portion size and making sure that that's not what you eat. So you probably shouldn't eat a sack of White Castles, but
Everything in moderation.
everything in moderation. Also, too, that was just one. We also looked at a deconstructed Hoppin' Johns.
Wait. What?
Deconstructed Hoppin' Johns.
Okay, what is a deconstructed Hoppin' Johns? Now I know what Hoppin' Johns is. I'm just not sure what you mean by deconstructed.
So I'm not the chef, but
I can answer that for her. Good evening, folks. Afternoon. I am Chef Dennis. So, answering that question for her, deconstructed just means each individual piece placed in that bowl or plate. So, Hoppin' John's, different Hoppin' John recipes come with ham or ham hocks or bacon. It comes with carrots, celery, green pepper, um, rice, black eyed peas, and the juice, the au jus from the black eyed peas garnishes the top, and then you put the leaf garnish on. So basically, it is what it sounds like. Hoppin' John's deconstructed is just another way of saying Hoppin' John's made first.
all right. So since this is the replay of or the re-recording of the event, and the event has passed, and we have Chef Dennis here, can you talk a little bit about what you actually served at the event?
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon. Items that I served during the event. I started the event with I guess you could say a soul food egg roll, collard greens, rice, and smoked chicken. And it was paired with hot sauce. And we had a lot of good reviews about that one. Actually, I think we almost ran out of that. Our second course was the Hoppin' Johns, which was black eyed peas, rice, carrots, celery, bell peppers, and smoked ham. It was deconstructed, so basically the rice was on the bottom, then a layer of black eyed peas, and then the final layer of your veggies and your protein was on the top. Our third meal that we sent out would have been the chickens and waffles with a peach syrup, and that exactly is what it sounds like. A fried piece of chicken tender and a buttermilk waffle with a peach syrup. And I want to give a quick shout out to my sous chef, Vin. You did a wonderful job, as well as his sous chef, Long. You guys did a good job in there. So I believe our final item that we served was corned beef sliders, which was each person received maybe two to 2.5 ounces of corned beef on a Hawaiian slider roll, basically with Swiss cheese, mustard, garnished with a pickle, dill pickle, and I believe that was our main meals. At which point, we then had a fruit skewers, which were white strawberries, watermelon, blueberries, and pineapples. And of course, I have to give a shout out to our second in command, Miss Alexis. She was the designer of the fruit, and I thought they were very lovely, and they were good to me. Our final dessert item that went out was a deconstructed Kool-Aid pie, which we made from. We basically took 2 packs of Kool-Aid, and we took some heavy whipping cream, a little vanilla, a little powdered sugar, and we whipped the whipping cream up until we had stiff peaks. Then we folded in our 2 packs of Kool-Aid, and we put them inside of little dessert cups. Then we went and made the Cool Whip again, and we just added that as a garnish on the top. And we crumbled some graham crackers for the crust that was on the top also. So there at the end of that, you had a deconstructed Kool-Aid pie. So those were the items that were served. And to drink, we did sparkling mimosa, apple cider, strawberry daiquiri. We had a lot of different ones that were on hand. And those were the menu items that you guys had missed out on.
Didn't they also have a brownie, I thought?
Yes. Well, the brownie, it was so much confusion over the brownies because the brownies turned out to be very excellent. So I try not to bring it up. For some of our listeners who weren't able to attend, we made some Death by Brownies, which is basically super chocolate brownies. And they were disappearing. And it was like, wow, where the brownies at? And everybody started, taking the brownies and hiding them so they could take them home with them. And so we were just trying to keep that quiet, not to open up more wounds, because people have asked, like, can you make some more brownies because I didn't receive enough or I didn't get any. So, yes, we did have Death by Chocolate brownies, and I believe that did complete the menu.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So